Why was it important for you to come here today, to be here, your first time here? Why did you want to come here?
Well, I knew the theater had been newly renovated.
Yeah.
And I had never connected with this part of my life.
Never? Never?
No,
Really.
I mean, no. Like, I used to come to South Carolina every summer, but I didn't come see this building. I didn't even know the building existed. I didn't go, maybe I went to the church when I was little. But I think it's just important to me now because I have kids myself now. And, you know, I'm going through a lot of changes professionally.
No.
You know, so I just kind of want to get, like, a context of, like, and also, because it inspires me in the sense of thinking about what might be possible.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So much,
What do you mean?
you know, outside of, like, show business, like, man, I could build something. You know, I could help, I don't know, I could do something. I don't know what I could do, but with great power comes great responsibility.
And so, if you would, please join me in welcoming Dave Chappelle home again.
Oh, thank you. You know, I speak for a living, and I'm a little nervous today. I wanted to say thank you, Mr. President, and thank you, Bishop Green, and thank everyone at Allen University for hosting me today, because it feels special, right? When I think of this great grandfather that I've heard about in my life, but never actually touched his legacy. So it's like the product of his loins coming to meet the product of his work. And it's an important day for me personally. And I know a lot of you guys are students, and I just want to tell you I'm the first person in my family to not go to college. And as the president has told you, I've done outstanding in spite of that. But one thing I did want to say, and one thing today just made me think about, for all the things that I've done, I'm most renowned for what I didn't do. I've made decisions in my career that a lot of people have called insane. 2004, had $50 million deal on the table, and in a crisis of conscience, flipped the table over and walked away. Went to South Africa. Everyone said I was running away from the money. That is not true. In fact, I still want that money. The idea that I wanted to just share with you guys is the idea that sometimes you do what you think is best, whether anybody understands it or not. I heard a story about my father where someone told me he used to do statistics for a company in D.C. The company he did statistics for started doing business with the South African government, so he quit his job. It's caused a lot of problems between him and his wife. It's hard for a man when he can't provide for his family the way he wants to, and he suffered through it. And a generation later, when I had my crisis of conscience, I was able to go to a free South Africa and get away from the heat. This idea that what you do in your lifetime informs the generations that comes after you is something I keep thinking about, something that is so much bigger than just ourselves. And today I'm standing in front of you guys, and I know you guys are like, oh, I know you're bored. But I see family of mine in the front row some who I've never met, and I just realize how all of us are connected. That my great-grandfather built something more substantial than buildings. He built a community. And he built, more importantly than a community, he built a way. You know, so I'm very grateful. Very grateful. Hello, police. I just saw him saying, you know what I mean? He's standing over like, so this is what black people talk about. I just want you guys to remember, you know, that right now there's this thing where ethics aren't what they used to be. This idea that people are trying to replace the ideas of good and bad with better or worse, and that is incorrect. You gotta keep your ethics intact because good and bad is a compass that helps you find the way. And a person that only does what's better or worse is the easiest type of person to control. They are a mouse in a maze that just finds the cheese. But the one who knows about good and bad will realize that he's in a maze. So, that being said, I just hope that all of you guys transcend whatever you see as your obstacles, and that you live outstanding lives, and that you stay connected to your communities because you have so much power there, and that you grow your communities and you diversify your communities, and that you don't let anybody tell you you can't or to be afraid. It's okay to be afraid because you can't be brave or courageous without fear. The idea of being courageous is that even though you're scared, you just do the right thing anyway. So in 2004, I walked away from $50 million, and in November, I made a deal for $60 million. So, although I am not the most famous comedian of my time, I would like to know what their great-grandfathers did. I'm very proud today. Thank you very much.
Dave Chappelle said something very, very profound. He says that the idea is that even though you're scared, you just do the right thing anyway. You know, in life, it's very, very, how can I say, it's very, very important to do the right thing. Strive as much as possible in making sure that whatever thing you do, whatever thing you see, it's always the right thing, you know. Always, 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 always the right thing. And he said that his father was doing, I think was working for a company that deeply touched the Sarvatan government. And guess what? He had to live that. And that really shows how, remember during the time of the apartheid era, the apartheid period in South Africa, where there was a massive discrimination against black people of color, colored Indians and Chinese, and there was a death and really segregation. You know, there was really massive pressure mounted on the South African government to really free people and also free Nelson Mandela too. So the pressure mounted to a point where I remember South Africa was part of the, I think part of the United Nations, something like that, and they had to they moved South Africa from being part of the United Nations, and also people were singing songs about it. I mean, by they should have like we should have a concert. I think they're doing like a concert, no reggae concert, where they sung Free Nelson Man. Free Nelson Man. So it was really it was really something that was really something that was really profound, you know, very, very profound. And after all the pressures, and there was like the click and the South African government, especially during the apartheid era, you succumb, right? And the first Mandela in 1994 like that, and he became president of the Free Republic of South Africa in 1995, you know, and the Chappelle was able to go to a free South Africa, and thanks to his father and thanks to everybody that really put in the effort in making sure that we have a free South Africa for all, you know, free South Africa for everyone, you know. And even though there are a lot of issues here and there, but with time, right, the country will get much better and better. And going back to the mice at the mouse, you know, You know that you be in the mouse if you know good and evil. And even if you go back into the Bible, when Adam ate the food, Eve gave the food to Adam, and now they have surely known between the difference between good and evil. Knowing the difference between good and evil, it's kind of like attaining a sense of maturity. And knowing the difference between good and evil and sticking to do good only really shows how mature of an individual you are. And not only that, but it really shows how cruel we have become. Because there are people that know good and they also know evil, right? But the difference between them and you is that those people chooses to do evil rather than to do good. In everything we do in life, there's something that we should always learn. In everything we do in life, there's something that we should always learn. And that thing is something that we should always learn. And that thing is, whatever thing we do in life, we'll always get rewarded for it. Even if it's good, even if it's bad. We will always get rewarded for it. Even if it's good, even if it's bad. That's what life is all about. This world is created with the universe has laws, and the law includes cause and effect, meaning that give and take. Whatever you put in the wall knows how to come back to you. You put good, good will come back to you. Put evil, guess what, brother? Guess what, sister? Evil will definitely come back to you. So choose to do it good, so that you get good rewards. And some people will say, that why are you doing so much good? And it's in the able that it's coming to that. It can be, this is just my perception, right? My thoughts. It can be either they're paying back for the karmas that they did, prayer, or it can be as a result of the sins of their forefathers that is being visited. They can either be any of those, so apart from that, it will come to an end. The most important thing is for us to continue doing good, stick with good, because good will take us to places that we can reach, that even our prayers can attain. Do good, stick with good, because good has powers to really change your life, change our lives, and make a difference in our lives. And make a difference in our lives. Cool. So choose to do good, stick with good, because God will definitely good will definitely take you where good will definitely take you to places where uh, where evil won't be able to take you. Where evil can take you to places that you don't even imagine that you could go to. So stick with good, because whatever thing you do good, good will come back to you. You do evil, evil will come back to you. The universe knows how to reward people for each of our actions, for our thoughts, for our ways of lives, and also for whatever thing we do or say. Thank you for listening to this, and have a blessed week and weekend.